Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's daily draft. Today's final Wilds of Eldraine draft on the channel. I know it happened so quickly. This is the final draft and I believe later this week, I believe today is Monday. I'm trying to remember based on how early I'm recording this and what day this is going to come out on. I believe today is Monday. Later this week, Lost Caverns of Ixalan set review season begins. We've got another set. Let's do it. But we get to end the format with one of the best rares in the entire set in the Goose Mother. This card is stupid good. I mean, it's a X mana XX flyer basically that makes food and draws cards when you attack. Because who needs more than just the first thing in that statement? Wow, someone passed Expel the Interlopers here. Can we make all of this work? Can we make our mana be good enough to cast Expel? There is a Brave here, a Lookout, a Vanguard. All of this is great. But I don't know, Expel the Interloper seems also quite good. We're just going to have to make sure our mana is very good. Base green. Base green white probably, splashing some blue and potentially something else. So let's take Expel and see if we can make this work. Oh, I also love Extraordinary Journey. This card is really, really good. But now we have a double white card, a double blue card. Maybe we could be base blue-white splashing Goose Mother. Now, the blue-white deck that we're going to have is not going to be, the typical tapping kind of deck. It's going to be a control deck, but Extraordinary Journey has been very good for me. So I'm just going to take it here and maybe we just be like kind of blue-white control splashing around a little bit. Doesn't seem bad to me. It's not really a deck I've drafted yet this format. And what better time to do it than in the last draft of the format here, right? Don't need any of the red cards. Black not worth it. None of these blue or green cards. So I'm going to take my first piece of fixing and evolving wilds here. Definitely going to need at least one in this deck. So we'll take it here. And not really pass up on much. I'm excited about the possibilities of this deck, but we're going to need some early removal. Even Living Lecterns might be playable in a deck like this if we do go base blue-white, considering they can just block early. Alright, I do love Hamlet Glutton, but there's a Prophetic Prism here. There's a chance I could take the Glutton, and then again, we figure out a way to splash this Expel in a blue-green deck. This is my favorite deck to draft. I'm going to go ahead and take the Glutton here over the Prism. Because now we get a return from the Wilds. Granted, there's a ton of blue, but the return from the Wilds is outstanding with Hamlet Glutton because it guarantees a turn 4 Hamlet Glutton all on its own. And it's more fixing, so I think I'm going to take return, and now we're a little bit off of the whole blue-white control thing that I mentioned. I don't think we're doing that so much anymore now that we got a late Glutton and a return here. Bitter Chill. There's no pieces of fixing for us here. I think I'll take a removal spell in Bitter Chill over just random card draw in Farsight Ritual. And I'm thinking of myself as base blue-green, figuring out a way to get enough white sources in the deck to cast Expel. Crystal Grottos will be important, and Prophetic Prisms will be important. But this is my favorite deck to draft in the entire format, and boy, do we have a pretty good start with it. I usually don't mind playing a Spell Stutter. Probably not Knights, and Scarecrow Guide's the only piece of fixing I actively don't want to play. So we'll see what wheels here. I don't think... I'm trying to think if the Brave the Wilds was in our pack 1 or our pack 2. I don't think it wheels wherever it is, though. But if it does, that would be outstanding. Brave the Wilds is another card I would very, very much like. At least 2 copies of, maybe even 3. I'll take Stopgap here. It's quite good in this archetype. If we can find the early bargain fodder, and even if we can't, to cast this late and double spell, it's also fine. Not playing anything here, but I'll let my neighbors know to stay out of blue. Same thing with green. You know, maybe we have to play a guide at some point. I'll just go ahead and take that. There we go. I said Living Lectern could be playable in this kind of deck, but ideally we're not playing it, but we'll see. Let's see what we can find here. We find a lot of great things. There's a Sir Ginger, but this is not necessarily a Sir Ginger deck. There is a Hamlet Glutton, but there's also a Root Rider Fawn. And I have found that Root Rider Fawn is one of the keys to this deck working. Many of you have seen me draft this deck before, and every time I'm here in Pack 2 or Pack 3 and I don't have a Fawn, I'm always looking for one. Obviously, I would love another Glutton. I would play a Hollow Scavenger as well. But Root Rider Fawn is so important to this archetype that I'm going to go ahead and take it here. And then we get past a Mosswood Dread Knight. Don't mind if I do. There's also a Welcome to Sweet Tooth, which is great. But I can't turn down Mosswood Dread Knight. And now we're going to figure out a way to get some black into our mana base as well, which we might be able to do. Ooh, another Root Rider Fawn. We passed 2 Torch the Towers, but we passed them both in favor of the key card to this deck, in my opinion. These are kind of 2s, but they really just go up here. So that's what our curve looks like currently. So I'll take another Fawn. Both of these Fawns can also splash Dread Whispers as well. But I'm still looking for a Prism or 2, and I'm still looking for probably 2 Brave the Wilds if I can find them. Would love to be able to cast this board wipe here. A Troyon would be outstanding as well, because that lets us ramp the Goose Mother and Extraordinary Journey. Troyon on 3 with a land drop on 4 lets you cast Journey for 2, which is pretty busted. Okay, well, we're getting a lot of red and effectively no green this way, so I'm just going to take Frenzy and probably splash it here. I don't need Giant or Moats. Frenzy's just a better card. Alright, Tanglespan Lookout was my pet card early in the format. It has since cooled off for me, only because this card is really only good in like green-white, like straightforward green-white with auras. It's not as good in a deck like this. So I'm going to take my first Crystal Grotto here. Really help with that fixing. Still looking for Prisms, Brave the Wilds. I don't think we're gonna get any Brave the Wilds from this direction in Pack 2. It looks like green is pretty cut from our left here. But we're still, we're still doing just fine. We've got double Fawn, Grotto, and Wilds for fixing already. And Scarecrow if we absolutely have to. Alright, ideally I'm not playing any of these cards. Our curve isn't bad. We've got a Counterspell, 2 Fawns, and a Dread Knight if we have to play that on 2. So I guess I'll take an Ice Out, but ideally I'm not playing anything here. Another whiff. Quick Study could be playable if we don't end up with enough card draw here. And now in the last pack here, I guess we've got Into the Fey Court, which could also be playable if we don't end up with more card draw. But we didn't find any Brave the Wilds this pack. We did wield the Scavenger though, so that's great. There is a Spreading Seas, but Scavenger's much better here. Gives us turn 1 something to do on turn 1 currently, which we don't have any Brave the Wilds yet. I don't think I'm playing any of this. I don't need 2 Scarecrows or 2 Lecterns or anything like that. So I will pay the piper for a Brave the Wilds here, as well as a Prism. If I can get 2 Braves and 1 Prism in pack 3, I think that's going to be exactly what I need to finish out kind of the core of this deck here. And then we're playing Goose Mother, Expel, Journey as just like late game bombs, basically. So let's see what we find. We find a Gruff Triplets. This, my friends, is the last pack of Wilds of Eldraine that I will open. And it is the first time I have opened a Gruff Triplets in the format. So let's take it here. Still really looking for the cards that I mentioned, but I'm never passing Gruff Triplets when we are touching green at all. I would play 2 Prisms if I could find them as well. Would probably even play a Candy Grapple in this deck, depending if we find the Brave the Wilds or the Prism here. I think we're going to get hooked up with green from our right, if I had to guess. I'm going to be so upset if a deck with Gruff Triplets and the Goose Mother doesn't like 3-0, or at least get our money back with 3 or 4 wins. Okay, I kept saying Prisms here, but Utopia Sprawl is also, it's even better than Prism. I'd forgotten to mention even Utopia Sprawl. There is a Poisoner, a Frenzy, a Prism, a Stopgap. If the Stopgap wheels, I'll take it, but Utopia Sprawl is perfect. It fixes and it ramps. It's both, where Prism is just 1. I would love to take the Prism there, but Utopia Sprawl is exactly what we're looking for. And here's where I'll take the Prism. We've got the End, but it's a double black removal. Don't need that. Tempest Heart is probably a card I'd play. But now is the time to snap up that first Prism. Looking just fine there. Now we've got Witchstalker, Light Blades, and Vanguard. Stutter. Where is the Brave the Wilds? I don't really need a Vanguard in this deck. I've got a Glutton, a Triplets, a Goose Mother, all for the late game. I don't really need that. Our 2-drops could use a little help, but not a ton here. Oh, there's Threadbind Click. Why didn't I even see that? Okay, we're taking Threadbind Click then. Y'all were probably yelling at me for not seeing it there. All right, I was wrong about green being open in pack 2, but we did get our 2 Prisms here. So I can't be too upset. We have 3 more picks to find to Brave the Wilds here. Did not find it here, but we did get another Stutter. I'm not playing anything else here. 2 picks for a Brave the Wilds. Nope. I don't mind playing Obira's Attendants. It's usually fine. The Adventure is just a way to stall till you get to the late game. Collector's Vault. Is this a Collector's Vault deck? It could be. I'm going to take the Vault here. I don't know if I'll play it, but I'll take it. And we did not find any Brave the Wilds, unfortunately. We saw the 1, and I think it was like pack 1, pick 2, or pack 1, pick 1. Gatekeeper or Stopgap number 2. I don't need another big creature. I'll take the Stopgap. Works well with Collector's Vault and things. So we're splashing black, white, and red, but we need at least 5 or 6 white sources in the deck to cast Expel. I do worry about the deck slightly because of the lack of the Brave the Wilds. I think that card is so important. But we do have a Grotto, an Evolving Wilds, 2 Fawns, 2 Prisms, a Return from the Wilds, and a Collector's Vault for fixing, and a Utopia Sprawl. So like we have many ways to get white mana. Okay, Tempest Heart came back. I'll take it. I don't know if I'll play it. I might play 3 Stutters. I'm not sure, though. I don't think I need to play Alchemist. I don't think I need the card draw either. Got 2 stopgaps. Got Dread Knight. So I probably don't need like Quick Study or Into the Fae. So this would be 17 lands, and then we can cut 1 card here. So this goes like here, and this also goes like here. I could probably cut 1 Stutter, and I think it will play the Collector's Vault. So what do we need to do here? I think we got to go up 1 Forest. Really need to hit the Forest for Sprawl and Fawn here. Can probably go down this. I don't think I'm going to play a Swamp just for Dread Whispers. I'll rely on Grotto, Prisms, and Fawn for that. And again, currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ways to splash white here for Expel the Interlopers. 8 with Crystal Grotto. 1 Mountain's fine. I think 2 Plains is okay. I would like to get up to 8 untapped green on turn 1, but we only have the 1/1 drop. If I had more Brave the Wilds, I would definitely try to get up to 8 or even possibly 9. But I think 5 islands is going to be important as well. All right, I think this is how I'm going to run this back. Going to be an interesting one. I think it's going to be a powerful deck. Let's hope we can draw well and not go up against Ginger Brutes turn 1. See you in game 1 after a quick message from me. Thanks, me. Whether you're ready or not, we have another set releasing here very soon, and that means it's time to take a look at the Patreon page to get yourself prepared and ready. I pride myself in my Patreon being incredibly affordable, beginning at just $1 singular US dollar per month, which comes with lifetime access to the Daily Drafters Discord server. That's right, you can just join for 1 month and leave, and you can stay in the Discord forever. After all, it's well less than half the cost of your morning cup of coffee and goes right back to giving back to the channel. For just $3 per month, you can gain early access to every upload on the channel as soon as I'm done editing them, and the most expensive level of support is just $5 US per month. That's right, just $5. It's the highest level of support that I have, and patrons in this tier gain access to my expansive, exhaustive, and interactable tier lists, of which you can see a small sample of here. You get to see how I rate every single card in the set from A to F, whether or not the card has moved up or down since the last update with these arrows here. You can also hover over every single card name to see a clickable link that brings you straight to Scryfall, and also common and uncommon tier rankings within each color, so you know which commons I think are the best and how they compare to the uncommons in the same color. These tier lists are guaranteed to be completed and updated with my experiences during early access before your pre-release events for the new set. Again, all of these tiers are incredibly affordable, so go ahead and check them out. If a monetary contribution isn't your speed, a subscription to the channel is always enough. Thanks so much for your consideration. Okay, we do get to go first, but boy, you saw how many 2-drops we had in our deck that our opening hand currently does not have. I think we have to try to find those, and I do think this is better, but Yikes. I guess I can do this and then Utopia Sprawl for green. So I can get closer to triplets and glutton here. Oh, and then the 1 mana 1/1 haste. Is that how this game is gonna go? Minstrosity. Yeah. Let's do this and make a 1/1. And I guess we have to get another green so we can cast Gruff Triplets here. So any land off the top, untapped land, would let us cast the triplets. It's a good card. This is also a good card. First time casting triplets. Let's see if I can live through it. A second recruiter. Okay. They should probably just slam here. Do they have the trick that brings it back, I guess? Or rat out, maybe? Yeah, not dead after all. Okay. Now we have 2 6/6s, and we're about to have 3 of them, I think. Don't need the other white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can just hard cast a glutton here. Smack for 12 trample. And then now we have 18 points of trample on our side. I've died so many times to just random attacks that I shouldn't have made. But gosh, I'm at 13. I have a 6/6 blocker. Like, what can they have? Even if they have removal spell, I take, you know, not a lot. Exiles the creature. It's pretty good. I mean, I still have 12 points of trample and you have 5 points of toughness here, so that does let you survive. Go to 1, I guess? Okay, go to 1. And that'll do it. Thank you. Turn 4 Gruff Triplets. Well, we might have another turn 4 Gruff Triplets here. We've got Sprawl on 1. Again, having to probably put it on green to make sure we can cast this on 4. So let's put it on green. We play Island next turn. We return from the wilds. We get another green. Gosh, we are playing against aggro, though. Let's do this. And a 1/1. Get another green here. Back-to-back aggro decks. Can our deck outlast it? Fine by me. If they want to use their whole turn killing a 1/1, give me a land. Not exactly. Can play the Goose Mother for 2. I can play Food and Scavenger here. I was going to say, I don't think I block, but that answers my question. Another House Mouse, you say? Another missed land drop, you say? Alright, I mean, I guess we're just doing this then. Can't really do anything about it. Gosh, we had a turn 4 triplets and then missed 2 land drops. Down goes our Goose Mother. Another card we can't cast. Interesting. Sure, go ahead. Our deck is doing everything it can to try to ruin us here. But we've got some incredible cards in our hand. Oh wait, we don't even need, we need 2. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't even cast that with a land. Goodness gracious, I can't cast anything. Yeah, we're just getting beat down here. No. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, our deck just said, I guess you're not going 7-0 no matter what. Because we just, I mean, haven't drawn anything here. Magic. Magic the Gathering. You gotta love it. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Alright. I guess we don't die if we do this here. Does it give trample? No. Oh, but now we die? No, we don't block mice. We block here and here. That's all we can do. Again, this doesn't give trample. Guess we try to trade with this then. Another creature? No? Alright. We continue. We have found 4 lands in our top 20 cards. 20. Can I afford to play this as just a 3/4 trample? I can't really afford to sacrifice the Utopia Sprawl to my Hamlet Glutton because then I go down to just 4 land. I guess I could. That's a way to stabilize. Oh man, I don't like doing it at all, but it does help me stabilize, I guess. Protects myself against a hasty 1/1. That is a land, but not exactly the one. So let's start here. These are going to be awful at this point. So I think I get rid of them. Play Evolving Wilds. Get a white. And I don't need to die to some random haste top deck here. If I can cast triplets next turn, that'll go a long way in saving me. I guess we now win next turn if they don't draw, like, Archon's Glory or something off the top. Because we have... Okay. It has Vigilance, too. Doesn't have trample though, so what if I do this, and then next turn, yeah, next turn I win because I can Extraordinary Journey for 2. Get rid of both of their creatures. Guys, we had 4 lands in 20 cards and still managed to find a way to win against red-white aggro with this deck. Incredible. Alright, so we go second now. We have our Sprawl on turn 1 if we draw Forest. The hand is a little slow, but we do have a Scry with Grotto to try to find a Forest here. We have a removal spell. And if we find a forest, we've got all of our mana set up, and then any top deck late game card is going to be great for us. So just hope for a forest off the... Oh, baby. Alright, I guess we do this for green again. We've had a turn 1 Utopia Sprawl every game. Black-red Sellsword. I think I can go get a red with this. And I think I'll make a food because the food is less susceptible to being killed. And we do have a bargain card already in hand. So I'll do this and make a food. And I guess I can get my red in case I draw Frenzy. Although Grotto helps with that. Another forest guarantees Gruff Triplets. The Grotto is going to go a long way in splashing our Frenzy and stuff, so I'm actually just going to get another forest. Because the Grotto also gives us a second white for Expel. Granted, it makes it cost 1 more mana, but I think that's okay. I do like that card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. We can play Fawn and then still hold up Stutter and not Threadbind Click. So if I do it this way, I could play Fawn and hold up Threadbind Click and Stutter. So let's do this. So in all 3 games, we will have cast Gruff Triplets ahead of turn 6. 1 turn 4 and 2 turn 5s. Well, never mind. Last game we got mana screwed, so we didn't cast this at that point. Alright, let's resolve the triplets here. And get the concession because the card is ridiculously good. Alright, I go first again, and can you believe yet another turn 1 Utopia Sprawl? Sounds good to me. Now the question is, what do I name? And I think the answer is white this time. Doesn't give us 3 green for triplets yet, but... Ooh, that's a tough one. Gonna play Fawn here. I have a turn 3 Himlet Glutton, but I have to bargain away my Sprawl to do that. I don't think I will. So instead, I'll play another Fawn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, any land lets us hard cast a Glutton next turn. So now they know we have a counter spell, but am I willing to counter this? Yeah, they know we have it now. It gets a lot worse when they know that you have it, so I'm just going to go ahead and use it. If they didn't use their mana that turn, it would have been pretty bad for us. They might have also needed to find a land or something, so we could have screwed them out of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just bounce that. Ooh, draw Frenzy, not too bad. Now we can hardcast Glutton next turn if they tap out. That's okay, that's good, but they did whiff. Prism, sure. Land drop? Yeah. Diminisher Witch. Gosh, that is so annoying. That's the cursed roll tokens are so good against my favorite deck here, which is these big fat creature decks. I mean, I can't really do anything about it, unfortunately, so send it back, I guess, and then hold up Stutter and Frenzy. Do I Frenzy their Tortoise? I can triple block their Tortoise here. I will Frenzy their Vinestalk if they attack with if they animate their Vinestalk, though. I'll do that in a hurry. Fine by me. Traded the Tortoise for a Fawn here. Ice Rot Sentry, sure. And play something else. Nope, alright. Didn't at all need that. I really have to save this Frenzy for that Vinestalk, probably. That thing's just going to kill me hard, so I guess I'll use it now. And I guess before it attacks, it can make something a 3/3. So it can make this a 3/3. I would take an extra damage, but they would also probably pay this here, although they might not. Let's see if they have a response. Okay, good. We got rid of that. Take 7. And we've got some good draws on the deck. You know about them. It's not a great one, but it's fine, I guess. Lets us take down Diminisher Witch, but it still means we have to take 4 from the Sentry. Yeah, okay, yeah, sure. Hatching plans, do they have the bargain? Yeah, they've got Brave the Wilds. I saw that earlier. So they're going to draw a bunch of cards here. And they get a 3/3. They tap things down. We chump. Tap this down. We chump here. We take 3. Gosh. Just really drew pretty badly that game and got wrecked by a cursed roll there. Yep, and then that'll end it. Darn. Just, you know, sometimes you draw your cards in the wrong order and you lose. Seems to be what happened there. Okay, we get to go first this time. We've got a prism. The hand isn't outstanding outside of it, but I think we'll keep it here. The prism does draw us an extra card. It lets us cast Goose Mother. What do they have? A cheeky house mouse? Do we have to play against aggro again? Ginger Brute. Cheeky house mouse. There we go. One turn too late on that. Darn. Gosh, alright. Well, now we get to try to outrace like we did earlier. Alright, well, we kind of have to hope the fawn survives. I mean, if it dies, it's not great, but we need mana. We don't have any guarantee of any more mana in our hand. I hate going up against aggro in this format. This format is so much fun when you get to play decks like this. And then you go up against red-white, and it's just like... so annoying. Give me a land. Blue land would be great. Then I could lock down Ash here. Don't think I can afford to cast Vault because it held back their house mouse last turn. Now there's a chance they just kill this thing with a Torch the Tower or something, which would be pretty bad for me. But if I just tapped out for Collector's Vault, they get to advance their board, hit me for 4, and I'm probably never activating this game. See, we did effectively hold them back here. So I can cast a Glutton, but it requires me to sacrifice Prism, which I don't really want to do. I can cast a Goose Mother for an extra 3 mana. Make it a 5/5 flyer. I can cast it for 4 and hold up Witchstalker Frenzy if they attack with everything. No, I can't even hold up Witchstalker Frenzy because I don't have blue. Cast a Goose Mother for X equals 3 though. Gives me a bunch of food, which then I can use to bargain with the Glutton here. I mean, I'm playing 17 lands. I've either drawn all of them or none of them. It's very possible this deck even wants 18 lands. It's got a lot going on. If they attack all here, do I block? I think I have to, right? I can't just take 6, potentially 8 at instant speed. And potentially more with that Pie Wielder. Okay, they're setting up their board here. Lands. I think I'm just gonna hold up Frenzy. That is Celebration. Okay. What else they got here? Oh, that thing that makes things unable to block? Yeah, yep. Sure. Pass to attackers. Now, I probably kill the Pie Wielder. And then I can block the 2/2. Eat a food here. Holy moly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana currently. So I can bargain a Glutton. Can cast Return from the Wilds. Don't need to get the red anymore. This still lets us hold up a food activation. They have this in the wings here. This one makes us lose a life. Okay. Let's do this and just make a chump blocker. Gotta get blue more than likely. Still not playing Vault. Now we've got triplets if we need it. Gosh, these games against red-white are so annoyingly close. Yeah, that makes sense. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Stopgap, bargain, draw a land, play triplets. I would very much like to get this Toonvale Guide off the battlefield. If they have a way to celebrate, but they have to draw a single card that celebrates. Nothing on their board lets them celebrate, because this is just a 5/5 or 4/4 haste here. So we just do this. We're doing our best to stabilize. Lands aren't even the worst draws for us. Okay, here comes a 4/4 haste potentially. They can move this around, but nothing they move it to can get through a glutton here. Okay, that's good. Ooh, what a draw there. Could we set up an Expel the Interlopers that just kind of wrecks them here? And then we can Gruff Triplets post Interlopers. That's a pretty good draw. Because we can actually cast Rip the Seams here. Double top. Yikes. Okay. What is their other card now? Against Red-White Journey, like, isn't the greatest thing. I really want to get them with an Interlopers after they have cast this and, like, they're just top decking and we can Interlopers wipe the entire board and then play a Triplets and then we're probably okay from there. That's my goal here. I don't think Journey's going to be very good in this matchup. So let's do this. We could even loot away this Journey here. Another land is honestly not bad. Again, I'm just sandbagging these triplets because we have removal. Alright, well now we're going to have to do this next turn. Well, that changes things. So we block, 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 block. This would take 4, 5, 6 down to 5. With the Wicked roll down to 4. Now we're going to 5 because we're doing it this way. Okay, go down to 5. And then do this here. Interloper's looking not great in our hand at the moment. If we can untap, I feel okay. Two Song of Totentans? What? Oh, we lost a double song. Oh my gosh. There's got to be a way I could have played out of that. But you losing to double song, like, you can't be upset about that just because that card is so ridiculously good and it beat us there. I mean, I had to tap both of my fawns to cast it the way I did. Maybe I shouldn't have tapped the fawns and just played triplets and not bounced the 2/2. I didn't expect a second of the same rare off of them. Jeez. Alright, well, the Presence of Wilds is going to have to save us here. We have a lot of our islands. See if we can avoid the brutal beats that we've had so far with this deck. Yeah, playing Fawn here. We can cast Dread Knight off of the Fawn. Never mind. I think I'm just going to hold the Dread Knight. Hold up Spell Stutter here. Don't give them any value off of their last chapter of Witch's Vanity. Edgewall Pack, make a rat and a 3/3 menace. Start with Prism and then play Dread Whispers, I suppose, while we still have high enough life. I've got Bitter Chill and Stopgap next turn if I need it. Ugh, jeez. Gives them another rat, which isn't great, but that gets us a lot of food. So I can cast the Goose Mother for X equals 5, which gives us 3 food. Really hope they don't have Candy Grapple here. Oh, it's a 7/7. What do they have? I keep forgetting it's not a 5/5, it's a 7/7. Why does the Goose Mother exist? They have a way to deal with this? No, I guess not. We're gonna need this food to gain life and not to draw cards, more than likely. Because I'm not even sure the Goose Mother is surviving. And then they have another way to deal with this somehow. Obviously, they're not going to just do that. Yeah, then they do have the Candy Grapple. Alright. 2 mana, draw 2. 2 mana, 4/4. Can't cast that. Now I can. But I'm just going to do this to block this sellsword for a turn. And I can cast that. I won't be able to cast Dread Whispers unless I draw exactly a swamp, which I don't actually have in the deck. If I draw plains, I'll be able to cast it. Okay. Resolves. Eat the food. I can't afford to sandbag expel anymore. I have to cast it here, which means I can't cast Mosswood Dread Knight from exile. The only way that works out is if I draw exactly Crystal Grotto or a Plains, which doesn't seem great. Greater than or equal to the chosen number. Alright. Do that. Play a land. Lose access to Dread Knight, because again, we didn't really have a choice there. I'll eat one of these foods. Okay, sure. Unfortunately, I think they have the 1 black mana spell to protect their creature from me destroying it, which is kind of annoying here. No? Okay, that worked. Now do I Frenzy the Witch? It's got Menace. I think I will. Still have 3 cards in hand over there. That's kind of annoying. I don't really need Bargain anymore, so I can probably just eat this food. That's a pretty good draw. It lets us turn all of our lands into loots here. And basically anything we just don't need, we can loot it away with Vault. Can't do anything about that. We still have good cards in the deck. We've got Gruff Triplets, we've got Hamlet, Glutton. That is something I would be willing to depart with. And we will hard cast Glutton here. Draw 2, discard 2. That doesn't really do anything. I I will take a 4-mana 3/4 though. Eldraine, that's a good one. I'm not actually going to play Utopia Sprawl. It doesn't do anything for us. It's just more loot fodder for the vault here. We have 13 cards left. We're going to need to find Gruff Triplets soon, and even that may not just win here. Especially if they can find removal for the Glutton or something. I will play this just for the scry. I don't think I need that. That doesn't do anything. It just taxes my next spell by 2, basically. Okay, I'll just play a creature now. I don't need to... Don't need to hold up the trick, I don't think. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 5 lands out of our last 10 cards here, which is not a great ratio, but there is Gruff Triplets in there. Candy Grapple? Torch the tower. Okay. That's fine. They did keep a card on top. I don't like that. We're getting a little close here. A little too close for comfort. For my liking. So I could trade Glutton for a Pyro Hammer, Tempest Heart for a Sellsword or something like that. They did keep a card on top. It could be removal. If it's damage-based removal and I attack with both, they just take it. I play Fawn, I die. I just lose. What if it's like 1, 2, 3, 3? What if it's like that 3-mana spell that deals 2 plus 3, deals 5 damage? So I attack with Glutton, they just take it. They kill this, we go to 5, we block this, and then we exactly die here. The fact that they kept a card on top scares me. Had they not done that, I probably wouldn't. I would have attacked with Glutton there. Okay. There's a card. Guess I should have attacked with this first, but fine trading it off, I think. Because now they have a flyer that we have to try to deal with. And I'm not sure what we have left in the deck here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. What if I attack with all? They double block one of them. They take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They can't double block. Little do they know we have a 1/1 chump blocker and a food coming. Oh, they just made a mistake. Okay. Well, at least we used the collector's vault to find that triplets there. That was a close one. Alright, we're back to having turn 1 sprawls, and I can't turn down a turn 1 Utopia sprawl, and neither can they. I think I'll also give mine green. Next turn we can make a 1/1, or make a food and a fawn here. No. There we go. Pretty good ramp. We now have 5 mana. I think I'll just vault and scavenger, I guess. We have click here to kill a tapped beanstalk worm, more than likely next turn. Oh, sure, that's also fine. So now we just do this and... Wait, why are they getting priority now? Oh, they're getting... What do they have? That was kind of brutal. The Horned Lock Whale is why they were getting priority now. Jeez. Yeah, that was good. That was good. Can't really... I mean, they were not getting priority at all, so I thought I was clear to go, and then I questioned it, and I should have questioned it a little bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I have to just threadbind click the lock whale here and hope they don't have anything. I guess something I can do is scan the clouds, and then if I find a land, I can still do that. But if I don't find a land, then I have to take 11. I could loot, make a treasure, and then still do it. Wait, yeah. Alright, we just have to hope they don't have interaction here, because I can't continue to take 6 and 5 every turn. God, that blowout with the lock whale just set us so far back. Wait, what? What? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. So I tap these two. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I had 3 plus the 2. I had to use the white with the treasure, I guess? So if I use the white with treasure, that's so BS. Really? The auto tapper is what's going to kick us out of this draft here? The auto tapper. You know what? Let's use this now, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can use this for 5. Why is it still... Oh, I'm just getting destroyed by Arena. What am I... Is my math off or something? What did I do? Oh well. Arena just doing Arena things and killing us with the auto tapper there. I mean, I thought it would use the treasure to cast it for white, but no, it decided to tap the Root Rider Fawn for some reason, and then it countered our own spell. Well, the deck was really cool. I mean, Triplets did some work, Goose Mother did some work. We had like 3 of the best 5 cards in the entire set here. Just ran a little unlucky sometimes, and when the deck popped off, it did. It really went. These are my favorite kind of decks to draft in the format. I just hate going against red, white, and things like that. But either way, that's the end of Wilds of Eldraine draft season here on the channel. Thanks so much for tuning in for the life of the season. We've got Caverns of Ixalan set review season coming up later this week. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you later for more daily draft content.